The stage is set.
I am Spartacus!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
This is gonna be a wild ride!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson here alongside John Henson.
And tonight we present for your viewing pleasure a gladiatorial contest of man versus big ball.
Not sure that's a fair fight, really. But 24 men and women will take on the biggest obstacle course ever assembled.
Along with flesh-eating lions?
No, but the last one standing will walk away with $50,000. First, however, they have to take on the Wipeout qualifier, which this week includes the banana hammocks,
Ripe for wipeouts.
the sucker punch,
It's a jaw-dropper.
the big balls,
Don't forget my good friend the motivator.
the trampoline hurdles,
More bounce to the ounce, buddy.
and the final stunt, our foamy sidewalk swing set featuring a zip line. Of our 24 fearless competitors, only those with the top 12 times will make it past our qualifier and on to the next round.
Now, let us commence with the wiping of the outs.
Our first contestant ready to go at the top of the course.
That enthusiastic lady is Maria Furlong.
Hey!
Whoa, what was that?
Says here, Johnny, she's a Muay Thai fighter.
Ah, that of course is Spanish for very Thai fighter.
Yeah, that's very wrong, John, but fortunately for us, Jill uncovered the real story.
Hey!
Whoa, wouldn't want to run into her in a bright alley.
You're like a lethal weapon. You could kill somebody.
I don't plan to, but being a black belt is like having a deadly weapon in your body.
Wow.
Marina, the very Thai fighter, now off and ready to attack the qualifier. Ooh,
That wasn't a fall, John. She was just bowing to her opponent before the fight.
well, her first real opponent then is going to be the banana hammocks.
Oh, this is not that bad.
She's right, John. All Marina has to do is cross those bananas without falling into the mud. Oh, flipping on a banana peel, John. A staple of physical comedy for generations.
Marina now on her way to the sucker punch. Johnny, this promises to be one heck of a match.
Now, Marina is a deadly weapon already, so watch out. Sucker punch.
Yeah, Marina is a lethal weapon. Oh, well, more Joe Pesci than Mel Gibson.
All right, now heading up to the big balls, and it appears Marina's been downgraded from black belt to brown belt.
Also looks like she's hesitating, and you know what that means. Here comes a motivator. Oh!
Just barely avoids the motivator and then attacks that second ball with her face.
Yeah, the big ball's using her own weight against her and her own feet.
Well, Marina has made it all the way now to the trampoline hurdles.
Put down those fists of fury, Marina. You gotta crawl across the hurdles, not fight them.
Oh, yeah, this is frightening, John.
TK, oh, dear Lord.
Marina doesn't have much of a ground game.
I guess she's more of a striker.
Well, one thing she's not is a quitter as she heads to her final obstacle, the sidewalk swing set. Here, she'll grab the zip line, zip her way through that curtain, and into the foamy swing and onto the final platform. But if she wipes out here, she'll have to endure a cold swim to the finish spot. All right, zip away.
Well, she has a hang of it. Now she just needs the let go of it. John, that's some serious kung fu grip.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to go for a submission hold. Let's see if the zip line taps out.
Well, it doesn't look like that's going to happen at all, does it? So let's go back to the top of the course. Now approaching the banana hammocks is 21-year-old Cassie Diaz.
Get you bananas!
And your little dog, too. Oh, into the thick brown goo below.
Well, she ought to like that, Johnny, and she explained why to Jill.
$50,000 is a lot of money. What would you do with it?
My dream is to maybe invest in a pudding company. The trick would be when you open the wrapper, my face would be on there like this.
Not exactly Dr. King's dream, but a dream nonetheless.
Let's see how Cassie does at the sucker punch. Oh, got pudding popped.
All snack bags of punch and wipe out and gloves and the bruises.
Bah! Thank you, Dr. Cosby. Well, our pudding princess is gonna try and not eat it on the big balls.
These balls are mine.
Slow down, hasty pudding lady.
J-E-L-L, no.
Cue the music.
What am I, the DJ?
John, the contestants are excited and ready to attack the qualifier. If they could just get past the ramp.
Model Nikki Horde has survived the ramp. She's on her way to the banana hammocks.
Ooh, wow. They really do look good in anything.
Well, let's see how our model looks on the second set of banana hammocks.
Oh, I am shocked. I thought the model could outsmart the bananas.
Now heading up to the sucker punch is Chuck Trout. According to the bio, Johnny, he's a toy tester.
Oh, great. He'll be able to test our course.
Oh! Well, guess it works. Hey, this isn't child's play, Chucky. Ooh, and the wall connects 4.
Pretty sneaky, Fist.
Hey, Chuck, test this.
Easy, passive-aggressive Barbie.
Here comes our toy tester up to the big balls.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
So what'd you think of that, Chuck?
Great design, guys.
Yeah, glad you liked it. I wonder what Don Holman's gonna think about the design here of the trampoline hurdles. He spoke with Jill pre-thrashing.
Now, Don, what is it that you do?
I'm a band director.
Okay, so, Don, I have to ask. Tell me about that one time at band camp.
Well, they kind of put a dress on me, and the trombone players had to go like this.
Okay, that's way too much information. All right, there, buddy. Family show. Back to you guys.
If you want to hear me tell stories about mime camps, first rule is don't talk about mime camp.
Oh, let's talk about that hit, though.
Yeah, the hurdles are beating on Don like a steel drum at a tiki bar. Ooh, and he gets the woodwind knocked out of him. You know what that wipeout needs?
What?
More cowbell.
This little guy is 5'2" Andrew Nanu. Hey, check out those moves. Says here he's a choreographer. Earlier, he and Jill broke it down.
Get my moves down. Yeah, yeah.
Look at my feet, look at my feet. This is not Wipeout. I am not wiping out here.
I am the robot. Come to the corner. Yeah.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Let's see how our tiny dancer does on this adult-sized sidewalk swing set.
Ah, just missed that landing.
Well, a lot of contestants today have not been able to figure out this sidewalk swing set.
Oh, maybe it's the curtains. They're jumping blind, John. They got no idea what's behind.
Come on, it's the easy part.
Hey, I don't think anything is easy here. Oh.
You got it, you got it. 1, 2, 3.
4. Good try there, Jill, but you know, it appears this might be a lost cause.
No one can seem to do that.
Well, if anybody can do it, it's gonna be Rodney Hoot.
Mullet power! Do I go?
Yeah, I want to see that glorious mullet wafting in the breeze.
Mullet power!
What is mullet power?
It's a lot like Samson's power, only with bangs.
Let's see if Rodney's mullet power then comes in handy on the banana hammocks.
Oh, not the hair, not the beautiful 2-in-1 hair.
Mullet in the mud.
Don't worry, Jill. On a mullet, that's considered leave-in conditioner.
Mullet power!
Oh, and he comes up just short.
Except in the back. Mullet power. Power to keep your Christmas lights up all year round.
Rodney, all business on his way to the big ball.
Well, business in the front, but the party's in the back.
Big red balls, baby!
Oh, head first into the big balls. Johnny, I guess even mullet power has its limits.
Blasphemy, John. It's mullet power. The power to look like you play hockey, whether you know how or not.
The bullet's working.
He's right. It's working on me, John. First chance I get, I'm mulleting up.
Well, let's see how he mullets up on the sidewalk swing set.
Mullet power!
That wipeout brought to you by Mullet Power. The power to identify your spit cup in a room full of other spit cups.
Rodney and his luscious neck warmer have posted an excellent time.
Mullet all the way, baby.
All the way to my heart, Rodney.
So Mullet Man looks like he has an excellent shot to move on, and that's the long and short of it.
Mullet power, John. The strength and length. The ability to escape captivity using only a paper clip and a piece of gum.
All right, MacGyver, enough out of you.
Sorry.
Hello and welcome back to Wipeout.
Where our release form is longer than a Russian novel, and we're proud of that.
We are halfway through our qualifier, and the next contestant poised and ready to go.
I feel bad greedy, I'm a bad boss button! We are Chucky! Here I go, baby!
That is a sweet lid. Jill, who's that under it?
All right, guys, I am down here with Phil Pellegrini.
That's me.
Now, what convinced you to come on the show and be a contestant?
I'm here to make fat, bald, old, and ugly look good. Fat, bald, old, ugly guys need to prove that we can do it out here on the course.
Eat your heart out, Clooney.
Here comes Mr. Self-Esteem down the ramp and heading towards our first obstacle. That is the banana hammocks.
Give me some bananas.
You got it. Oh, putting the pain in plantain.
Oh, those are some slippery bananas.
They certainly have that reputation. Well, now Phil is fat, bald, old, and muddy as he makes his way across the second set of bananas.
And he's made it to that middle one.
Oh, not really. That split is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
From our banana hammocks to our sucker punch. Let's see if Phil can make his way across without... getting punched into the mud.
Phil actually gets hit in the fat, the bald, and the ugly.
And it's not going to get any prettier as Phil steps up to the big balls.
It's like looking in a mirror, Johnny.
Well, he better look behind him because here comes the motivator.
Oh, Phil taken out by the only thing that's bigger and balder than he is.
So Phil's lost the lid and now is truly representing the bald men of America as he makes his way over to the trampoline hurdles.
Ooh, that's it, Phil. Use the fat. Absorb the blow.
Oh, and into the water he goes.
Phil meant to do that, though.
Really? Not so sure about that, Jill. If you take a closer look right about here, Phil looks genuinely surprised.
Now Phil's grabbed hold of the zip line and he's about to take on the sidewalk swing set.
Oh, man.
Johnny, think that was caused by the fat or the old?
I don't know, but it sure was ugly.
Phil, baldly going where no man has gone before, his time, 6:26. Now taking on the sucker punch is 41-year-old Joe Dykes. Oh, chill, what is his story?
You excited to be here?
Way excited to be here.
Okay, so what about your wife? How does she feel about you being on the show?
She said they wouldn't put you on that show. So I'm actually here in spite of her. I want to win the $50,000 to show her that I could do it, and she doesn't get any of the money. True story.
Wow, she must be so
Oh,
proud
she's
to
gonna
be
love
with you.
when she sees this interview.
Big talk, tough guy. John, this is one rebellious husband. Oh, the hurdle's getting rebellious in Joe's kidneys.
Yeah, I think the hurdles have been talking to Joe's wife.
Well, back at the big balls, it's Shayna Duke. And Johnny, she seems to be lollygagging.
That makes her a lollygagger. I guess it's time for the motivator. Oh,
Merciful heavens, the woman just stuck a toe up her nose.
Oh, the motivator using its patented shocker technique. 11 more of those, and I'm gonna make myself a calendar.
Big balls, Johnny. Great wipeouts year-round.
Oh, April Fool!
Black and Blue History Month.
Groundhog's Day! Groundhog's Day! Oh, sweet Mother's Day!
Oh, New Year's.
This guy's resolution? No more big balls.
It's not working out.
Or that.
This is Matt Ordway, and it's no surprise he's got fitness on his mind. He told Jill about his very special support group.
My friends at church have a common nickname for me. They call me Fat Matt. You know, maybe I can just prove them that, you know, even Fat Matt can win Wipeout. Fat Matt can win.
Wow, that Matt must belong to the Church of the Blessed Insult.
Too big for this.
Nonsense! Now come on and show everybody at church what you can do.
Going so slow.
And believe me, Fat Matt knows slow.
John.
What? We go to church together. Everybody calls him that. Besides, Matt's got a great time of 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Now coming up to the banana hammocks is farm girl Christine Jones.
Guess it's not a banana farm. Oh, banana whamma.
And now we have our final contestant.
Wow. Somewhere in the 80s, a jazzercise teacher is missing her tights.
All right, fellas, I'm down here with Shane Hartgrave. Welcome to Wipeout.
Actually, it's insane Shane.
Oh, really? Clinically?
No, but it probably should be tested. I mean, look at me.
You know, his parents didn't want to name him Shane, but nothing rhymes with annoying, so...
I love you, big red balls! I dreamt about you last night.
Huh. Wonder if the big red balls can take out a restraining order.
That is insane in the membrane, Johnny.
Well, what's left of it, anyway?
Insane Shane on his way to the trampoline hurdles now.
Wow, he is bouncing off those hurdles like a padded wall.
Now I think he's physically deranged, but he made it.
Woo! It does pay off to be crazy.
Just ask the elf wizard who lives in my belly button.
I'm crazy insane Shane!
That's kooky talk. I just take the zip line and go wipe out on the swing set like everybody else.
Whoa!
Oh, wow, I made it! That was exciting.
Crazy exciting. Is Shane a wipeout savant? Is he going to be the only one to cross the swing set?
Oh, Fred.
No, he's just plain bonkers.
So, like many of the insane before him, Shane learns that he can't fly the hard way.
But he still comes in with an excellent time.
Woo! Eat your heart out. I look good.
In a manner of speaking, you do look good, Shane, because you'll be moving along with 11 other contestants.
And among those, we have Fat Matt Ordway, Pudding Princess Cassie Diaz, and Farm Girl Christine Jones.
Also moving on are Mullet Man Rodney Hooten, Tiny Dancer Andrew Nanu, and Toy Tester Chuck Trout. Welcome back to Wipeout, the greatest innovation in pratfalls since the banana peel.
After our qualifying round, half the field has split, and 12 contestants have moved on. Among them, we have Mullet Man Rodney Hooten, Tiny Dancer Andrew Nanu, Rebellious Husband Joe Dykus. There's also Toy Tester Chuck Trout, Fat Matt Ordway, and band director Don Hallman. I'm going to regret this, but what's with the outfit?
Well, you see, Johnny boy, it's time for the sweeper.
Well, I don't see why.
Because this week, it's the good old-fashioned sweeper, see? Just like in the olden days.
From back last summer.
That's right. All you beautiful Shebas and Sheiks, stop Barney mugging and get ready for the greatest invention since Alexander Graham Bell's telephone machine. It's the bee's knees, see?
You know you sound ridiculous.
One more crack out of you, Weisenheimer, and I'll butter your necktie. Now, let me tell you how it's done, see? Contestants stand over there on that 10-foot-high pole as the bar swings around in a sweeping motion, see? They'll have to jump up over the bar and try to avoid smacking down into the water below, even as the bar gets faster and higher, see?
Got it out of your system now?
Sure do, sister. Thank you very much. I'm right as rain.
Well, the final 6 contestants left standing advance to the next round, while the final contestant wins a $1,000 bonus.
$1,000? Gee whiz, what are we, Rockefellers?
All right, the contestants are in position, so let's get down to the action.
23 skidoo!
You got it. We got it right here.
You think you got it? You're in freaking pink tights.
You're wearing girls' shorts.
Hey, Christine, the farm girl, and Fat Matt tossing pregame barbs.
Whatever.
Nice comeback.
I gotta say, Johnny, those shorts are the cat's pajamas.
And with the sound of the horn, the sweeper's underway.
Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Now remember, this is the classic sweeper, so there will be no gyrating.
It's all about coordination, determination, and jumpification.
And don't forget synchronization.
Oh, that is so Jay.
That is so annoying.
All right.
2 down early, 10 left standing.
Oh, and our model Nikki loses her balance and wins America's next flop mom.
That leaves us 9 upright as the sweeper moves faster and higher.
Hey, Shane, can you jump in those tights?
I'm not sure anything moves in shorts that tight.
It's moving. Watch yourself. Oh, she stays on.
Cassie the Pudding Princess swirls but stays on. That's impressive considering the ever-increasing height of the sweeper.
Let someone fall, please. Here it comes. It's up.
Band director Don getting a little winded, but the sweeper slows for no man, Johnny.
Nothing. Turn it up.
Oh, and the sweeper putting on the hits as Cassie the Pudding Princess hits the water. Wonder what Cosby thought of that one.
You know how the sweeper loves the pudding with the fresh milk and the wipeout. Squeal!
Sorry I asked.
That's the play. Who's next?
So we have 8 contestants left, and it's gut check time for Fat Matt.
Mullet power all the way, baby!
Mullet Man parties off the back of the pedestal. Unfortunately for Rodney, even his neck cape couldn't keep him flying.
7 contestants still standing, but only 6 can move on. So the next person down out of the running for the 50 grand and that extra $1,000.
This is getting serious now.
Oh, I see you, baby.
Andrew the Tiny Dancer is still doing the steps.
Oh, man. I'm too old for this.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe Joe's wife had a point.
Oh, hey! Oh my God, it's complete chaos.
Oh, the sweeper's unstoppable. First, the sweeper has a cow and takes the farm girl out of the competition. She may not be moving on, but she did give us a bumper crop of wipeouts.
Fat Matt gets ding-donged and rolls into the drink, but still the first to advance.
Also moving on, band director Don, who joins the sweeper in a version of Hurt So Good.
What just happened?
Here's what happened, Joe. Even though Fat Matt and Don, the band director, will be moving on, they're out of the running for the grand, which means our bonus round starts with just 4 contestants left.
Oh, the Tiny Dancer Andrew has a big misstep. The Tiny Dancer holds it closer, and it's goodbye Yellow Brick Road and goodbye $1,000 bonus.
I got $1,000.
Not yet, Toy Tester. Rebellious husband Joe and Insane Shane are still in it for the grand as well.
Chuck, you're still there? All day. There's no hope for me.
But Rebellious husband secedes from the platform.
Yeah, he tries to rebel against gravity and fails spectacularly.
So it's down to Toy Tester Chuck and Insane Shane.
Come on, Chuck. You and those shorts need to get wet.
No, take my eyes, but not those beautiful shorts.
Come on, I want $1,000.
Well, whoever wins this will have earned the $1,000 for sure. You see how high they're jumping, John?
Up, Chuck. Unbelievable, he stumbles but keeps going. Are his batteries ever gonna run out?
Oh, it's Insane Shane that gets knocked bonkers.
Whoa, I think the sweeper just knocked some sense into Shane.
So Toy Tester Chuck is the last man standing.
And that's how I roll.
And he'll take home the $1,000 and is headed to the next round. Man, oh man, the Y chromosome reigns supreme tonight. We've got 6 guys moving on.
They are Insane Shane Hargrave, Toy Tester Chuck Trout, Rebellious Husband Joe Dykus, Tiny Dancer Andrew Nanu, Band Director Don Hallman, and Fat Matt Ordway.
Welcome back. We are pleased to have you here watching Wipeout.
It's the show that makes dirty jokes the old-fashioned way, with mud.
Well, the sweeper brushed away another 6 contestants, so we are down to our final 6.
We've got Rebellious Husband Joe Dykus, Band Director Don Hallman, Toy Tester Chuck Trout, Tiny Dancer Andrew Nanu, Insane Shane Hargrave, and Fat Matt Ordway.
And of those 6, just 4 will move on to the Wipeout zone and get a shot at our $50,000 prize. But standing in their way is our next obstacle.
John, if you don't mind, I'd like to give this an appropriate introduction.
Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go. In 10, 9, 8.
Got it. It's the rocket, and here's how it works. Each of our 6 contestants will try and remain on the flying rocket ship for as long as possible. And it won't be easy because the rocket's 15 feet in the air and on the end of a spinning arm. To make matters even worse, contestants will have to dodge a galaxy's worth of planets, and today there's even a chance of showers. Meteor showers.
Yeah, and if they can stay on long enough, the rocket will literally blast off into space, allowing the winner to travel around the galaxy wherever they want.
You believe that, right?
6, 5, 4.
All right, our first contestant is ready for takeoff. Let's light this candle. First up, Rebellious Husband Joe Dykus.
I feel like I'm way up here.
Joe, this is ground control. Are you ready for liftoff?
Yes,
Did your wife pack you fresh underwear?
yes,
Have you soiled your current underwear?
yes.
Godspeed, man.
Oh, yeah.
John, there's the horn and the clock has started. Joe needs to hold on as long as he can, be one of the 4 going on to the Wipeout zone, try and take home that 50 grand that he's not going to share with his wife.
Hey, 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 hey.
Joe feeling the pressure of the rocket boosters and the pressure to prove to his wife he can do this.
That's all you guys got. This ain't that bad.
Well, Rebel, you haven't entered the solar system yet, but here come our planets.
Whoa, 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 what's up with these planets?
Oh, Joe gets smacked and spun around.
Yeah, on the bright side, if he throws up on that shirt, no one will notice.
True.
Oh, the weight of the world on Joe's shoulders, literally.
And John, that warning indicates here comes a meteor shower.
Oh, God. Whoa,
Ooh, but our rebellious husband makes it through unscathed.
Ooh, another beating, but he's refusing to go down. It's like he refuses to do laundry.
He'll do the laundry, John. He just won't fold his wife's unmentionable.
I don't want to get wet.
It doesn't matter, Joe. Your underwear's already soaked, and you're about to hit more meteors as the rocket approaches full speed.
The rebellious husband hanging on for dear life.
Okay, I'm down.
Here, John, I think he just realized he was in trouble and hit the ejector seat. Talk to me, Goose.
Okay, I'm
A
down.
tough re-entry into the atmosphere. A rebellious husband getting jettisoned just shy of 1 full minute. We'll see if that time holds up or if the ride ends here. Because now preparing for launch, our next contestant, Toy Tester Chuck Trout.
Lucky for him, in space, no one can hear you squeal.
Just like testing a toy.
Jill, this toy unsuitable for children under the age of 42, however.
This seems almost dangerous.
Chuck, this isn't a walk in the park, it's space travel. Now go test some of those planets.
Oh! Who designed this?
Stop testing my patience with all your complaining.
Well, maybe a meteor shower will keep him quiet.
What the heck? Is that a throw? I threw better arms than a chair.
Oh, there goes Mr. Potato's head.
And our toy tester's at the 1 minute mark, and he is testing the limits of our spacecraft.
He's weebling, he's wobbling, he falls down. He was talking smack right up until his head went into Uranus.
Is that a throw? I threw better arms than a chair.
And check it out, John. He took a souvenir from space. He was hanging on so tight he ripped the handle right off the rocket.
And because of that malfunction, we had to get Insane Shane to ride our newly repaired rocket.
I ride this rocket like nobody's business. Woo!
Insane Shane Hargrave needs to beat our toy tester's time of 1:04 in order to guarantee himself a spot in the Wipeout zone.
Well, he clearly has an advantage here, John. Insane Shane goes to outer space whenever he's off his meds.
He's also holding on with his mouth.
And here come the meteors. Oh, direct hit. John, I think he's lost visibility. His headband has become a blindfold.
Well, that's bad news because he's about to feel another round of meteor shower. Insane Shane off his rocker and now off his rocket.
That was insane.
As well as some insanely bad strategy. Insane Shane flies off the rocket in just 46 seconds. Let's go to Jill for a debriefing.
Yeah, I got this.
You do?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
All right, well, you got the worst time yet, Shane.
That's not good.
And with that time, Insane Shane sends our toy tester to the Wipeout zone.
I feel like flying.
Looking to join him, Tiny Dancer, Andrew Nanu.
I'm gonna dance all over the planet. Oh, yeah.
Coming up next on ABC, Dancing with Mars.
Oh, our Tiny Dancer shaken up by that close encounter. He's trying with all his might to hang on. Will he be Neil Armstrong or Neil Arm weak?
Got you. I got you.
Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. Here comes another meteor shower. Oh, the solar system giving him a shot to the solar plexus.
But if he can hang on for 10 more seconds, he'll secure himself a spot in the Wipeout zone. Oh, and that is one small wipeout for man.
One even smaller wipeout for mankind.
So that propels Rebellious husband Joe Dicus into the Wipeout zone, along with toy tester Chuck Trout. But the fate of Tiny Dancer and Insane Shane will be determined by our last two competitors. And next up, band director Don Hallman.
Yes, John, he's making the march for every band geek in America. Where they've been put down, this is his chance to rise and be a hero. He's gonna show the world that they can do more than walk and play an instrument at the same time.
Don, this is ground control. Are you ready for liftoff?
I don't think I could do this.
Abort! Abort liftoff!
Did he just say he can't do it?
Don, do you read?
I can't do this.
Come on, Don, what's wrong?
The height.
Johnny's panicked over the height.
Don, listen to me. I know it's really, really high, and it could hurt really, really, really bad. But do it for that little tuba player.
Oh my God.
Johnny, I'm not sure you're helping with that.
I gotta quit, guys. I can't do this.
Well, John, I've had to clean up botched missions before.
Don, look over here. Now step away from the rocket.
Okay.
You will not remember this, and you will return to being a marching band director.
Okay.
And a huge John Henson fan.
Okay.
Problem solved. Let's go to the leaderboard.
John, with our band director out, that means Insane Shane Hartgrave is desperately trying to hold on to that final spot in the Wipeout zone.
But he could be gobbled up by the only contestant you can see from space, Fat Matt Ordway.
Oh, come on, John. Fat Matt's really not that fat.
I know. We all call him that at church, the whole congregation. Besides, that's the name he chose for himself, so we're going to go with it.
Fair enough, then. Fat Matt getting ready for his trip to outer space.
Look, Mom, I finally made something of myself. I'm an astronaut.
Yay! All you can eat freeze-dried ice cream.
Well, Johnny hasn't made it there yet. 46 seconds will determine if Fat Matt makes it to the Wipeout zone.
I've always wanted to go to outer space.
Well, sure. Zero gravity there. Evens the playing field.
And the objects will orbit Matt.
Now you're getting it.
Just like I dreamed.
No, I told you, Fat Matt, it's not that kind of Milky Way.
Oh, a shot to the chins there. John, as Fat Matt comes up on 20 seconds, he needs about another 20 seconds to advance.
Let's see if Fat Matt has the right stuff. We know he has the double stuff.
Now coming up on 30 seconds. Will it be Insane Shane or Fat Matt in the Wipeout zone? Ooh, another shot to the chin. Not looking good. Flying sideways on our rocket now. Right through the meteor showers.
Oh, and with that, it's the end of Fat Matt and the beginning of Insane Shane.
Unfortunately, Fat Matt meets his nemesis, Tall Fall, as he loses any chance at the 50 grand. So moving on will be toy tester Chuck Trout, rebellious husband Joe Dicus, Tiny Dancer Andrew Nanu, and Insane Shane Hartgrave. Welcome back to Wipeout.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
See, actually, I've got about 8:40, 7:40 Central.
Dude, I'm trying to set a mood here.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil that for you. Now, one of our four lucky guys is about to walk away with $50,000, but first they must face down drama. The Wipeout Zone, which tonight is completely covered in foam.
The Wipeout Zone consists of the following stages. It starts with a catapult. After a short flight, they make a water landing and must swim over to our next obstacle, the Gears of Doom. That's 3 gears that contestants must climb across. If not timed precisely, they'll send you straight back into that freezing cold water.
Then they're on to the scary-go-round. Contestants will have to jump onto the platform, make their way up the stairs to the center, and make it safely across. Then they're on to the last leg of the journey. That's the gauntlet. The piston punch attacks first, followed by the bumper volley turntable, and finally it's a long walk across the dangerous drop bridge to the finish. Coming up, toy tester Chuck Trout, rebellious husband Joe Dicus, tiny dancer Andrew Nanu, and insane Shane Hartgrave. Up first, it's Chuck Trout. Let's see how he got to the wipeout zone.
Toy tester Chuck Trout was tested by our sucker punch, but didn't play around on the sweeper when he took home the $1,000 bonus. He got a proper send-off on the rocket, landing himself a spot in the wipeout zone.
And here we are, Johnny. We are ready to go.
Chuck Trout, our toy tester, ready to give the wipeout zone his seal of approval, Johnny.
3, 2, 1, there's the buzzer, and Chuck is chucked far down range into the wipeout zone.
Yeah, you can see how he rotates forward, John. Ideally, you want to go feet first, not lead with your head, but Chuck wisely gets his arms up to shield himself from impact.
And now he's onto the gears of doom. Steps out onto that first gear, maintaining his balance very well. Makes a play for the second.
Oh, into the water he goes. John, these gears are all about timing, and as our toy tester is learning the hard way, this wipeout zone is one twisted toyland. Wow, a brutal wipeout off the gears of doom. Our toy tester is taking it off the face, John.
You know, John, the gears of doom, perhaps the most difficult obstacle we've ever had in a wipeout zone. And because of that, contestants can choose to take a time penalty and move on. As you can see, that's exactly what our toy tester has chosen to do.
Well, let's see if he has any better luck on our next obstacle, the scary-go-round.
Goal here is to get from one side to the other while avoiding the exact sweeper arm that just took him out right there. Our toy tester, a big hit to the leg and a big hit to his time as well.
Yeah, but he is up and ready to go again. On to the scary-go-round for the second time now. Up onto the center platform. John, he is really moving.
Remember, the jump off is especially difficult tonight because of that slippery foam. Chuck, a dynamic leap for the platform. He's safe.
Yeah, that means our toy tester has made it to the last part of the wipeout zone, the gauntlet.
First up, the piston punch.
Yeah, he may test toys for a living, John, but check out the replay. You see, our toys are clearly testing him right back.
Back to try this once again, fighting his way through the piston punch, and he is successful here the second time through.
He's onto the bumper volley turntable now, and with one quick jump onto the drop bridge. Now, remember, the bridge is designed to drop out from under him at any time.
Cautiously climbing up, just one jump away from setting the time to beat.
Ooh, there it goes, but he keeps his footing, makes a jump, and incredibly makes it onto the platform.
And he puts up a solid time of 8 minutes and 49 seconds.
Let's see if it holds up against our next contestant, insane Shane Hartgrave. Let's take a look back at his road to the wipeout zone.
Yeah, baby! Insane Shane and his shorts went crazy for our qualifier. He was next to last man standing on the sweeper and went on a little joyride on the rocket, committing himself to a well-earned spot in the wipeout zone.
Take a look at Insane Shane loaded into our catapult.
Yo, Insane Shane's gonna go in the AM!
Jill on the sidelines with our toy tester.
And there's the buzzer, and Shane launched high into the air and far into the wipeout zone. Johnny, let's take another look at that.
Yeah, he's flailing his arms and legs like a madman, but he may be crazy like a fox, Johnny. He's already on to the next obstacle.
Every second counts. Shane approaching the gears of doom. He's right on pace with our current leader. Oh, and his timing completely off, going from the second to the third gear. Insane Shane making the strategic decision to move on and take the time penalty. Toy tester Chuck Trout anxiously looking on from the sidelines. Insane Shane getting ready for his first attempt at the scary-go-round.
Oh, and that's something you don't see often, Johnny. He missed his very first step onto the scary-go-round. That's crazy even for Insane Shane.
Right back up for his second attempt, though. Just around 4 minutes remaining on the clock.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Insane Shane losing what precious few brain cells he has left.
Yeah, Johnny, that hit gonna leave him even more unbalanced than ever.
But he's back up for another try, still trying to maintain his sanity on the scary-go-round. Now about 2 minutes remaining to complete the rest of the course.
He's made it to the center. And now moving out onto that beam. Oh, nuts there. He lost his balance.
Into the water he goes from the top of the scary-go-round, slapping hard onto the surface of the water.
Now the clock really working against him.
Insane Shane trying to make his way to the top of the scary-go-round, almost to the last leg of the course now. He just needs to make this tough jump to get to the gauntlet. And there he goes.
All right, so he finally makes it to the gauntlet, but with very little time left on the clock. It doesn't look that great for Insane Shane.
Yeah, he's got to make a move if he wants to deposit an insane amount of money in his bank account.
He's onto the bumper volley turntable. One obstacle left, but hardly enough time left, Johnny. And Insane Shane can't even get back on his feet.
Lock him up and throw away the key. His day is done. Welcome back to Wipeout. We are in the second half of the Wipeout zone, and currently our toy tester Chuck Trout is in first place.
Coming up, rebellious husband Joe Dicus. But first, tiny dancer Andrew Nanu is down on the field with Jill.
How are you gonna win this? Any strategies?
Well, I danced my way through all the obstacles in the beginning, so I guess I'm gonna dance my way through this last one, you know?
Just keep dancing.
I'm gonna keep dancing.
Tiny dancer Andrew Nanu got the party started on the qualifier, bent over backwards on our sweeper, and did more popping and locking on our rocket all the way to the Wipeout zone.
5-2, Andrew Nanu is in the catapult and ready for his shot at 50 grand.
Let's do this, baby. 50 G's.
You heard him, John. He's a little man with big dreams.
And there's the buzzer and the catapult. Fires Andrew skyward. Wouldn't he look good hanging from a keychain? No, but not one of the best entries for our tiny dancer.
No, pint-sized dancer already struggling after a 10-gallon belly flop. Oh, man.
So already big problems for tiny dancer and a whole lot of Wipeout zone left to go. The Gears of Doom, the next challenge. He's taking his time. I really think that catapult splashdown's affected him, Johnny.
Takes a big wipeout early. He's really struggling in that foam down there, Johnny.
Not going to take that time penalty and move on just yet. Man, that was a hard hit on the Gears of Doom.
Yeah, he is up again and ready for another shot. Onto the first gear. Whoa!
Oh, his dancer's agility not benefiting him so far tonight in the Wipeout zone.
Oh, with that bone-jarring shot, I think our tiny dancer learned his lesson. He's going to take the time penalty and move on.
Getting ready for his first attempt at the scary-go-round. Oh, missed the timing on that completely.
Yeah, I think the scary-go-round is dancing to the beat of a different drummer, John.
So true. And the slippery foam does not help the footing. Andrew set to give it a second try. Makes low leap, dodging the sweeper arm.
Oh, back into the water again. So close to making it onto the steps, but the foam making it impossible to get a grip. This course is rough tonight.
Now our tiny dancer has dug himself a serious hole with the clock, really struggling to find the right steps to get past. And he's just not going to be able to pull this off. Andrew Nanu is no more.
So that leaves us with our final competitor of the night, rebellious husband Joe Dicus. Let's take a look at his day.
I want to win the $50,000, and she doesn't get any of the money.
Rebellious husband Joe Dicus fought back against our qualifier, fell a little reprieve on the sweeper, and defied gravity when he rocketed to a spot in the Wipeout zone.
And so this is what it all comes down to. Our final contestant, rebellious husband Joe Dicus, about to take his shot at the $50,000. Toy tester Chuck Trout, hoping he can hold off one more contestant.
Waiting for the buzzer. The catapult, there goes Joe. Oh, a decent enough landing. Nothing hurt, so I'm sure his spouse would approve.
Really? You think so? I doubt it. But regardless, he's moving on to the Gears of Doom.
And off to a very good start, just past the 30-second mark.
Oh, shot to the face, courtesy of the Gears of Doom. Man, that's gonna hurt worse than a rolling pin, John.
Well, let's to give the Gears a second try, though. A little more deliberate this time, not rushing in. Still didn't work.
Second verse, same as the first. He's into the water again. Now, he's going to need to take the time penalty and move on.
Yeah, but that means a long and messy swim over to our next obstacle.
toy tester, Chuck, watching nervously from the sidelines. This is not a game, Johnny.
Sort of a game, Johnny.
Whatever. Oh, ramming his head into the side of the stanchion.
Yeah, that is nowhere to be found in the manual on how to do this. Charging headlong into the obstacle. Wow.
Ready to give it another shot now, as time hovering around the 5.5-minute mark thus far.
Finally making his way to the center platform. Very slick up there, very precarious, so he's taking his time, but he doesn't have a lot of time to play with. All that slippery foam, our rebellious husband's got to be careful.
Yeah, but he can't be too careful. Our rebel's gonna need to get going if he wants to overthrow our leader.
Makes an aggressive move to the platform. No! And he can't hold on, and he drops back into the drink.
Now he has less than a minute to complete the rest of the course if he wants that 50 grand all for himself. New plasma, new reclining chair, maybe a foosball table. It's all for the taking, but it rests on this jump right here.
There you go, and so he is going to get a chance to run the gauntlet. Chuck gonna have to wait on a few more anxious moments. Only one obstacle separating him from the $50,000.
20 seconds on the clock. He's on the turntable. He makes a leap to the drop bridge. Now he's just one jump away from snatching that 50 grand away from our toy tester.
But he has to hurry. Let's make a move. He's going to get one chance at this, Johnny. There's the
Oh, and he can hold on.
And Johnny, that means Chuck Trout, toy tester, check casher, is your new Wipeout Champion.
You just won $50,000.
Oh, that's good. I earned it.
You earned it.
$50,000, Johnny. That's a lot of toys.
I'm sure he'll send you a pogo stick. Hope so.
That'll do it for us. Be sure to tune in next week for a bunch of new contestants, a bunch of new obstacles, and a whole lot of wipeouts. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.